Hi guys, it's Brandy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to decorate some stitched cards I made. So I used a die for the background, and then I just stitched in the holes that the die makes, and I found this in a cross stitch. It's like a historical sample pattern. So those were some little pumpkins. And then I shopped with Tim Holtz, his new Sizzix line. So I just thought I'd make some fun Halloween cards. Or a journal. They could be journal cards for a journal, because I'm just going to make them like, you know, kind of neutral. You can do what you want. But I hope everybody's doing well. I have not been good at this filming thing, as y'all could tell. But, you know, life is how it is. Alright, so my idea was because I knew these little ghosts were in here. So my idea was to have some of the little ghosts. And I did stitch these to do some grass under them, and I haven't done that yet. But I thought I would have a couple of little ghosts like this. This is what my idea was in my head. We'll see if it works out. Let's see. And then I have this one that has the word, so I was going to use boo. So let's see how that looks. I don't know how big it is, so we'll have to see if it's going to work. I love that the Sizzix things come in this little pouch. So awesome. Let's see. That one's wicked. Okay, here's the boo right here. What? So I think that would look cute. Maybe I'll put this ghost a little bit down. I think that looks good. So I'm going to die cut these things and then come back. Okay, well, I don't know how much of the other thing I just filmed I'm going to show you, but I got to a part and I was like, I don't like that. So I had to figure it out. So this is what we're going to do. So I had gotten to, I cut these out, and I used some Christmas paper with a, you know, like a beige front, and went ahead and cut this out. But when you put it on there, especially the ghost, they kind of get lost. So I decided I would do some ink blending in the background. I just have a little black soot. Oh, nope. Hold on. That's not what I started with. Back it up. I used hickory smoke. And let's change out this blender. So I'm supposed to be working on some journals that I want to finish from last year, and I haven't taken them out yet, so I might film that later. I don't know. It's just some idea from treasure books, some card. You make them out of greeting cards journals. So I had done a bunch of them last year, and I have a few I need to finish up. They're fall themed. That's why I want to finish them now. So all I'm doing is going around. I'm going to do grass, stitch some grass down here. So I probably won't finish these on this video. On another video, I'll show you. I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much. I forgot my camera sits on the desk now, so I don't know how much it shakes. It used to not. So I just want to knock off some of the white, so it's not, so those ghosts will show up a little bit more. We're also going to do something with the ghosts to make them show up more. Alright, so now I'm going to take the black soot, and what I want to do with it is really try to just get right around the edges. So the gray will be just kind of in the middle, and the black will be right around the edges. And the birds are covered, but when I talk, they just have to talk with me. So if that bothers you, I'm really sorry. Nothing I can do about it. You just have to, if you watch my channel, you just have to listen to them. And that's just all there is to it. It's not going to be for some people. So then to make the words and the ghost stand out a little bit more, I just went ahead and ink around the edges. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, just a little. It just makes it pop a little bit. And for those of you, these are going to probably be a front of a greeting card, but for those of you who just do junk journaling, you could definitely do something like this for the front of a journal or for like a journaling card. So it really could go either way as far as the type of project it is. That's good enough for that. I think I lost a ghost. Oh, here he is. He kind of blends in. Hopefully I'm staying in frame. I still haven't gotten used to this camera setup. Even though I've had it for a while, I haven't made a lot of videos with it. And I apologize for that. Just, I don't know. I psyched myself out because I can't think of an idea or whatever. So, oh, it's frustrating for me. So these little wispy bottoms are really hard to like get every edge. So I'm basically just like whatever gets the ink gets the ink. I'm not like stressing about it. It's hilarious to me because literally like 10 minutes ago the birds were making no noises. Like I covered them up and I swear they get louder. So then when I put the ghosts on there, I was like, oh, well, their mouths aren't black and their eyes aren't black. So I wanted that. So I cut off, this is just an edge of this paper that it's printed on. So, not printed, die cut on. Cece Mochi. Cece and Mochi. Shh. They don't listen. They're birds. All right. So I just didn't want stark black like you would get with a black cardstock. So that's why I decided to do this. I like how you can still see some of the, why are you, my dog's over there tearing up something. I've been organizing my craft room and there's stuff all over the floor and he's taking advantage of that. All right. So I just want to make sure it's enough to fit in there. Put a little bit of glue back here. And then that's probably way too much glue, so I have to not press it or glue is going to go everywhere, which I just pressed it. This type of glue, though, dries like clear and matte, so really all this glue is fine, but I'm still going to pick it out. When it starts to dry a little bit, it's easy to pick out. Just kind of comes up. Of course, if you don't use too much glue, you won't have to do this. You don't have to do this part. I'm just trimming around the edge, which if it's not perfect, that's okay. It'll just make like a little bit of a matte, so it's all right if we don't get perfection because it's handmade. Things handmade aren't supposed to be perfect. So that lets it just kind of stand out a little bit more. See, I like that a lot better with his mouth colored in. So going to repeat that process with this one. I hope everyone's doing well. What have y'all been making? I love to hear about other people's projects and what they've been up to. I've actually been working on a lot of things, just not doing any videos. My main project I've been doing is trying to get my craft room organized. not an easy feat. I've got put things in one spot and realize that's not a good spot, move things around, so it does tend to take a while, and I don't know if I'll ever get it where I like it. Will probably take years to get to that spot. It's always been my dream to have a craft room, my very own room for my crafts, and now I have it. And it's funny because I've been avoiding coming in here because it's such a disaster area. So if anybody has any organizing tips, leave them below. I would love to hear them. If I ever get it organized, I'll do a craft room tour one day. I mean, it's nothing fantastic. All right. So we have our little ghost mouths cut out. And I thought about, my original idea for this was I was going to poke holes in this and stitch it on. But I don't know how that would look, and I may try one like that later because I did do more stitching, more stitched cards. I've kind of been on a craze with it. So this is another pumpkin I did. I'm just going to do the stem on this one. I'm not going to do the leaves on this one. And my daughter calls them oranges, not pumpkins, but you know, I guess if you really wanted an orange, you could make this an orange, but it definitely looks like a pumpkin to me. So I decided not to stitch it, so we're just get some glue. And of course, if you put too much glue, you will get glue everywhere, especially on these little skinny parts. All right. I couldn't decide on these Tim Holtz stencils, and I did go a little crazy and order a good many of them. Not stencils, they're dies. They're not stencils. So you're going to probably see some videos. I had bought some Tim Holtz Halloween fabric last year. So I'm just going to be doing some Halloween projects and do some videos for them. So now we'll decide where the ghosts are going to go. That one there, maybe. No, I like this one here better. So we're going to have that one here. Now, the only thing you got to watch is on the last card, I have a lot of the ghosts down here on the stitching. And as you can tell, there's still some poking up. So it's kind of hard to get it to stick there. So we just, I don't know. There is a lot of it still on the stitching, and that's why I don't think I want to do the leaves on the next cards, just because it's you know, they kind of get in the way. But we're going to try it, and I'm going to show y'all how I stuck it down, just in case you decide to make something like this and you want to see how to stick it over the embroidery thread. I did use all 6 strands on this cross stitch because I like the image to be really bold, and the holes in this die are pretty large. I don't know who makes the die I used. I don't even know if I've had it for years, but Waffle Flower Stamp Company does make a stitched die, like the die to poke the holes. So if you can't find them, you know, somewhere else, you can check out Waffle Flower. All right, now that's how I stuck it down so I didn't get glue everywhere. Like I said, this glue is going to dry clear, and my glass mat is just got tons of glue on it. It's going to dry clear and matte, so we really don't have to worry about it. The glue I'm using, this is the My Sweet Petunia glue press, but the glue I'm using is Art Glitter Glue. It does not have glitter in it. That's just the name of it. I think most people have heard of it by now. I got both of them from maymaymadeit.com. All right, now since this is going over the embroidery thread, what you saw me do, I just took a piece of this acetate and holding those little pieces of the ghost down. When I did it without the acetate, I got glue on my fingers, and then I moved my fingers, and then it got glue on the top. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. Now you could put the acetate on this and just put like a heavy book or something over it and let it sit. This particular glue dries and catches pretty quickly, so I'm really not too worried about that. So that's how I stuck it down. I see that piece there. Now, what my plan is for these is to make like a little card front. So let me grab some cardstock. I don't think I'm going to use this color. I may use black, and I don't want to stick it down because I still have to stitch my grass, but I'm just going to show y'all. So these, this cardstock is actually done to be a card that opens from the top. Get my foam folder things out. This is pretty thick cardstock. This is the Michaels thick cardstock. I like it. This one was one on clearance because the color is kind of faded in some places, but that doesn't bother me. So this would go, oh, you know what? I didn't measure it. But you know what? I would stick it like this because but anyhow, when you don't prepare ahead of time. Anyhow, it would go on the front of a card like this. I would probably cut my card base a little bit bigger and maybe a 5x7 card even to put this on, and maybe do some other decoration. I'll, you know, like I said, when I finish it up, I'll make something and put it on there. You can make this a journaling card, and you could just take this front and on the front and then glue this onto the back and make it a journaling card. Now you might want to use something thicker because you have all of this stitching. This is just a piece of coffee dyed paper, but you could use a thicker like a piece of cardstock or something like that. You could use this packaging. I like to save packaging. You can use the packaging, cut around it, and then have this covered with some of your coffee dyed paper. So that's an idea to have it as a journal card. I do have some like Halloween style journals I'm doing, so I think that would be super cute to use as a journal card. And then of course you always could put it, this journal probably would not be the one I would use, but you could also make a topper, put this on a piece of cardstock and make a little topper out of it. That would be cute also. So there's lots of ideas for these little stitched cards. So anyway, thank you for watching this. I know this was a short video, and I may film another video later with some of the fall little journals that I'm making, but I told myself I was going to make a video, and so I just have to just sit down and do it. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. I know it was short and sweet. And I will, in the next video, or if I get it made, take a picture and make it the thumbnail of this video to show y'all what it looks like. All right. Thanks a lot. Hope y'all have a great day. Bye.